Welcome back, English learners. My name is Marco, and I am joined by
Erica.
How are you, Erica?
I'm doing great, Marco, and you?
Excellent. I'm doing really well, and I'm really excited about our lesson for today.
That's right. We've got an intermediate lesson today, and we're going to study some real English.
English that you use every day, right?
That's right. English that native speakers really use.
Exactly. And today, as Erica mentioned, we have an intermediate lesson. And not only is it intermediate, but it's a business lesson.
Yes. So today we're listening in to a sales meeting, and we're going to learn some great, useful English to talk about sales strategies. So we're going to learn English for sales strategies, for making suggestions, and for responding to suggestions.
Great. So why don't we take a look at our vocabulary preview for today?
Vocabulary preview.
So our vocabulary preview is a part of our lesson when we teach you some really important words that will help you to understand the dialogue better.
Okay, great. So that is what vocabulary preview is. We have 2 words for you today, and we can start off by looking at the first one.
Our first word today is drive sales.
Drive sales.
Drive sales.
To drive sales, and that means?
To increase sales.
Right, to sell more.
Exactly. So to drive sales.
Okay, so now let's look at our second word, and it's an interesting one. It's promotion.
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 So Erica, what is a promotion exactly?
Okay, so here we're not really talking about getting a better job, right?
Okay, yeah, not like a job promotion.
No, we're talking about a marketing strategy.
Okay, so I can give you an example. Suppose that I want to buy shampoo.
Uh-huh.
And if I go to the supermarket and I see buy one and get one free.
So that's a 2-for-1.
That's a 2-for-1 promotion.
Yeah,
right?
okay.
That's a sales promotion. Or
perhaps the shampoo in the supermarket is less expensive than usual.
Okay.
Usually maybe it costs $5, but today it costs $4. That's a sales promotion.
great. So that's a really good marketing strategy.
Exactly. And we'll hear this word in our dialogue today.
Great. So we are ready to listen to our dialogue. It's going to be pretty fast, so it might be a little bit difficult to understand.
But don't worry if you don't understand everything, because later in this lesson, we're going to explain all the important words and phrases.
All right, people, we're holding this meeting today because we've got to do something about our sales, and we need to do it now. I want concrete solutions. How do you plan to drive sales? Roger.
Well, in fact, we're the most expensive in the market, so maybe we need to lower our prices to match the competitors?
Lower our prices. Not very creative. It'll never fly with Swan. What kind of thinking is that? Jeez. Anyone have a better plan? Natalie.
Perhaps a promotion. Maybe a 2-for-1 offer or something like that.
What? That's the same thing. Bad idea. Really bad idea. Damn it, people. Come on. Think. The CEO will be here any minute.
Hello, Mr. Swan.
Oh, Mr. Swan.
Hello, Mr. Swan.
Do we have any ideas yet?
Yes, Mr. Swan. We were kind of considering a 2-for-1 offer to get more competitive.
A 2-for-1 promotion. I kind of like the sound of that. It sounds like something we should consider.
Yeah, exactly. That's just what I was thinking. In fact, it's a brilliant idea. I'm glad we thought of that. Very creative.
Okay, so an interesting manager, right?
I don't know about interesting. Maybe I would think bad manager.
We're going to talk about him later on in the show. But now let's take a look at our language takeaway.
Language takeaway.
Okay, so language takeaway is the part of our lesson where we teach you the most important words from the dialogue. All these words that we are going to focus on can be found in today's dialogue.
Exactly. So we have 3 words for you today. Let's look at the first one. Match the competitors.
Match the competitors.
Match the competitors.
Match the competitors.
Great. So we have some examples for you so you can listen and try and see if you can figure out what match the competitors really means.
Example 1. We guarantee that we can match the competitor's lowest price. Example 2.
It's impossible for us to match the competitors. Our costs are just too high.
Example 3. Do you think we can match our competitors' prices and still keep our quality high?
Okay, so I see that match the competitors means to be as good as or better than other companies in the same industry.
Exactly. Match the competitors.
All right, so let's move to our second word today for language takeaways, and it is in the market.
In the market.
In the market.
In the market.
We heard this phrase in the dialogue, and it means in the industry.
Exactly. I can say, for example, English Pod is the best language pod in the market.
So, of all the podcasts that teach English, English Pod is the best.
Of course, no
Yeah.
doubt about it.
I totally agree.
Right. Or I can give you another example. iPods are the most popular MP3 players in the market.
So, of all the MP3 players in the world, iPods are the most popular. So, let's move to our final word for today, and it is
It'll never fly.
it'll never fly.
It'll never fly.
It will never fly.
So this phrase sounds a little bit strange.
I know, fly? Are we talking about an airplane here? What's going on?
Exactly, but we're not. So we're going to give you some examples and try and guess what it'll never fly really means.
Example 1. This marketing plan will never fly. It's just too expensive. Example 2.
What? You want to sell bikinis in Alaska? That'll never fly.
Example 3. Brad told me his idea for a film script, but the story will never fly. It's not interesting enough.
So it means it won't work.
It won't work. It's not a good idea.
They'll never agree.
Exactly. Great. So now we've seen a lot of useful phrases and we are ready to listen to our dialogue a second time. But this time it's going to be slow.
So you'll be able to understand a little bit better and you'll be able to hear the words and phrases we were just talking about.
All right, people. We're holding this meeting today because we've got to do something about our sales. And we need to do it now. I want concrete solutions. How do you plan to drive sales, Roger?
Well, in fact, we're the most expensive in the market. So maybe we need to lower our prices to match the competitors.
Lower our prices. Not very creative. It'll never fly with Swan. What kind of thinking is that? Geez. Anybody else have a better plan? Natalie?
Perhaps, a promotion. Maybe a 2-for-1 offer or something like that.
What? That's the same thing. Bad idea. Really bad idea. Damn it, people, come on. Think. The CEO will be here any minute.
Hello, Mr. Swan.
Oh, Mr. Swan.
Hello, Mr. Swan.
Do we have any ideas yet?
Yes, Mr. Swan. We were kind of considering a 2-for-1 offer to get more competitive.
A 2-for-1 promotion. I kind of like the sound of that. It sounds like something we should consider.
Yeah, exactly. That's just what I was thinking. In fact, that's a brilliant idea. I'm glad we thought of that. Very creative.
Okay, great. I hope everyone understands a lot better now.
And I hope everyone could listen out for some of those key words.
Right, so now it's time for us to take a look at Fluency Builder.
Fluency Builder.
So with Fluency Builder, we try to help you increase your fluency. We take a word or phrase that you already know and show you how to say it a little bit more naturally, a little bit more like a native English speaker.
Right, and we have 3 of these words for you today.
Yeah.
Let's start with the first one. Okay, so often students will say something like,
I'll be here soon.
or...
I will arrive soon.
Right, and these sentences are correct.
They're totally fine, but I think there's a better way to say this.
Right, and we heard it in the dialogue, so let's listen to what the person in the dialogue said.
The CEO will be here any minute. The CEO will be here any minute.
Okay, so be here any minute. He'll be here any minute. It just sounds a little bit more natural.
Yeah, I think I use this phrase quite often. He'll be here any minute.
He'll be here soon.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so let's move on to our second phrase for Fluency Builder.
So this phrase will help you to learn how to say I'm thinking about something in a better sounding way.
Right, so you can say something like, we are thinking about a sales strategy.
Or that sounds like something we should think about.
Right, and it's perfectly correct.
Yeah, there's no problem with this.
But in the dialogue, we heard something a little bit different, so let's listen to it.
It sounds like something we should consider. It sounds like something we should consider.
So consider sounds like a pretty natural way of saying it, right?
Yeah, and you know what? I think it sounds really kind of smart.
Yeah, it sounds more formal even.
A little
at
more
times.
professional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good word.
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. So let's move on to our third word.
Marco, you already said our third word.
Oh, yeah, I actually did. Brilliant. That's a great word right there.
Yeah. A lot of people might say, that's a great idea or great. But in the dialogue, we heard another way of saying the same idea.
That's a brilliant idea. That's a brilliant idea.
Okay, so this is great, but I would have to say that it's a little bit more British English.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there, but I also think it sort of gives more power to this idea that it's a good idea, brilliant idea.
That it's a really, really good idea.
Yeah.
I like that word.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're ready to listen to our dialogue again a third time, but at its normal speed.
All right, people, we're holding this meeting today because we've got to do something about our sales, and we need to do it now. I want concrete solutions. How do you plan to drive sales? Roger.
Well, in fact, we're the most expensive in the market, so maybe we need to lower our prices to match the competitors?
Lower our prices. Not very creative. It'll never fly with Swan. What kind of thinking is that? Jeez. Anyone have a better plan? Natalie.
Perhaps a promotion. Maybe a 2-for-1 offer or something like that.
What? It's the same thing. Bad idea. Really bad idea. Damn it, people, come on. Think. The CEO will be here any minute.
Hello, Mr. Swan.
Oh, Mr. Swan.
Hello, Mr. Swan.
Do we have any ideas yet?
Yes, Mr. Swan. We were kind of considering a 2-for-1 offer to get more competitive.
A 2-for-1 promotion. I kind of like the sound of that. It sounds like something we should consider.
Yeah, exactly. That's just what I was thinking. In fact, it's a brilliant idea. I'm glad we thought of that. Very creative.
All right, so listening to this dialogue makes you think about this boss. I'm pretty sure everyone has had a manager or a supervisor that's similar to this guy.
Yeah, this boss, Clark, I would have to say he sounds like a terrible person to work for.
Yeah, that's true. If you're a manager, you want to motivate your employees.
I think it's the most important thing a manager does is to encourage his or her employees and to help support them to grow and to be better people in the job. And this guy is totally not doing this.
And you can tell because they are a little bit scared of talking, and he cuts them off with saying, oh, it's a bad idea, give me a better idea, and stuff like that.
Yeah, I could never work for a guy like this. You know, my first boss that I had when I first entered the workforce, I was in a very junior position and I was working for a large company. And the general manager of the company, he was amazing. He was so encouraging. He knew every single employee's name, first name, and he would, you know, make an effort to stop and say hello and ask them how things were going. And you know what? This left me with such a good feeling about the company that I really wanted to work hard for this company and try my best. And I think that I've never met such a great boss as this guy.
No, I think that's true. Definitely, if you have a boss that's encouraging and motivating like that.
Driving sales. How businesses grow through smart strategies. Driving sales is one of the most important goals for any business. Sales are the engine that keeps a company alive, helps it grow, and allows it to compete in the market. Without consistent sales, even the best products or services cannot survive. In today's competitive world, driving sales is not only about selling more items, but also about understanding customers, building trust, and creating long-term value. This article explains what driving sales means, why it matters, and how businesses can increase sales through smart and ethical strategies. The focus is on practical ideas that work in real life and can be understood at an intermediate level of English. What does driving sales mean? Driving sales means taking actions that encourage customers to buy a product or service. It includes marketing, communication, pricing, customer experience, and follow-up. Driving sales is not about forcing people to buy. Instead, it is about helping customers see the value of what is being offered and making the buying process easy and enjoyable. Sales do not happen by accident. Successful companies plan carefully, study their customers, and improve their strategies over time. Driving sales is a continuous process, not a one-time activity. Why driving sales is important. Sales are directly connected to business success. When sales increase, revenue grows. This allows businesses to pay employees, invest in better tools, improve quality, and expand into new markets. Strong sales also give a business confidence and stability. Driving sales is also important because markets change quickly. Customer needs, technology, and competition are always evolving. Businesses that actively work on driving sales can adapt faster and stay relevant. Another reason sales matter is customer relationships. When sales are handled professionally and honestly, customers feel satisfied and are more likely to return. Repeat customers are often more valuable than new ones because they already trust the brand. Understanding the customer. One of the most important parts of driving sales is understanding the customer. Businesses must know who their customers are, what they need, and what problems they want to solve. Without this knowledge, sales efforts become weak and unfocused. Understanding the customer includes knowing their age, interests, habits, and buying behavior. It also means understanding their emotions, such as fear, desire, and motivation. People do not buy only because of logic. They buy because they feel that a product will improve their life in some way. When businesses listen to customers, read feedback, and analyze data, they can create offers that truly match customer needs. This makes selling easier and more natural. Building a strong value proposition. A value proposition explains why a customer should choose one product over another. It answers a simple question: What makes this product or service special? A strong value proposition focuses on benefits, not just features. For example, customers are not interested only in technical details. They want to know how a product saves time, reduces stress, or improves results. Businesses that clearly communicate value can drive sales more effectively. A good value proposition should be clear, simple, and honest. It should speak directly to the customer's needs and expectations. When customers understand the value quickly, they are more likely to buy. The role of marketing in driving sales. Marketing plays a major role in driving sales. It helps businesses reach potential customers and communicate their message. Marketing includes online advertising, social media, content creation, email campaigns, and search engine optimization. Effective marketing is not about shouting louder than competitors. It is about sending the right message to the right people at the right time. When marketing is targeted and relevant, it attracts customers who are already interested. Content marketing is especially powerful. Articles, videos, podcasts, and guides can educate customers and build trust. When customers feel informed, they are more confident in their buying decisions. Trust and credibility. Trust is one of the strongest drivers of sales. Customers want to feel safe when they spend their money. If they do not trust a brand, they will look for another option. Businesses can build trust by being transparent, consistent, and reliable. Honest descriptions, clear pricing, and realistic promises help customers feel comfortable. Reviews and testimonials also play an important role in building credibility. Good customer service is another key factor. When customers feel respected and supported, they are more likely to buy again and recommend the business to others. Trust takes time to build, but it can be lost very quickly. Sales funnels and the buying journey. Driving sales becomes easier when businesses understand the buying journey. Customers usually go through several stages before making a purchase. These stages include awareness, interest, consideration, and decision. At the awareness stage, customers first learn about a product or problem. At the interest stage, they want to know more. During consideration, they compare options. Finally, they make a decision. A sales funnel helps businesses guide customers through these stages. Each stage requires different information and communication. For example, educational content works well at the beginning, while offers and guarantees are more effective at the decision stage. When businesses support customers at every step, sales feel natural and helpful instead of aggressive. Pricing strategies and perceived value. Pricing has a strong influence on sales. If a price is too high, customers may leave. If it is too low, customers may doubt the quality. Driving sales requires finding the right balance between price and value. Perceived value is how customers see the worth of a product. A higher price can be accepted if customers believe the value is high. This is why branding, quality, and communication are so important. Discounts and promotions can increase sales in the short term, but they should be used carefully. Too many discounts can damage a brand and reduce trust. Smart pricing strategies focus on long-term value rather than quick wins. The importance of emotional connection. People often think sales are purely logical, but emotions play a huge role. Customers buy products that make them feel confident, happy, safe, or successful. Businesses that create an emotional connection can drive sales more effectively.
Storytelling is a powerful tool for building emotion.
Stories help customers imagine how a product fits into their life. They also make brands more human and relatable. When customers feel understood and appreciated, they are more likely to choose a brand even if other options are cheaper. Improving the customer experience. Customer experience includes every interaction a customer has with a business. This includes websites, social media, support, delivery, and follow-up. A positive experience increases the chance of a sale and encourages loyalty. Simple improvements can make a big difference. Fast response times, clear instructions, easy payment options, and friendly communication all help drive sales. Businesses that focus on customer experience often see better results than those that focus only on selling. A good experience turns customers into promoters who bring new buyers through word of mouth. The role of data and analysis data helps businesses understand what works and what does not. By analyzing sales numbers, customer behavior, and marketing performance, companies can make better decisions. Data can show which products sell best, which channels bring the most customers, and where people lose interest. This information allows businesses to improve their strategies and focus on what truly drives sales. Using data does not mean ignoring creativity. The best results come from combining data with human insight and experience. Sales skills and communication. Strong communication skills are essential for driving sales. This includes listening, explaining, and responding clearly. Sales professionals who listen carefully can understand customer needs better and offer relevant solutions. Good communication is respectful and helpful, not pushy. Customers appreciate honesty and clarity. When sales messages are simple and focused, customers feel less pressure and more confidence. Training and practice can improve sales skills. Businesses that invest in their teams often see higher sales and better customer satisfaction. Long-term relationships and repeat sales. Driving sales is not only about new customers. Repeat customers are a powerful source of revenue. They already know the brand and require less effort to convince. Building long-term relationships means staying in touch, offering value, and showing appreciation. Email updates, loyalty programs, and personalized offers can help maintain connections. When customers feel valued after the sale, they are more likely to return. Long-term relationships create stable and predictable sales over time. Ethics and responsibility in sales. Ethical sales practices are essential for sustainable success. Misleading information, hidden costs, and false promises may increase sales in the short term, but they damage trust in the long run. Responsible sales focus on helping customers make the right decision, even if it means not selling at that moment. This approach builds a strong reputation and attracts loyal customers. Businesses that act ethically often stand out in competitive markets. Trust and honesty are powerful drivers of sales. Conclusion: driving sales is a complex but rewarding process. It requires understanding customers, communicating value, building trust, and continuously improving strategies. Sales are not just about numbers. They are about relationships, experience, and value. Successful businesses see sales as a long-term journey. They listen to customers, adapt to change, and focus on quality and honesty. By combining smart marketing, strong communication, and ethical practices, any business can drive sales and achieve sustainable growth. Driving sales is not about pushing harder. It is about working smarter, caring more, and delivering real value to the people who matter most, the customers.
The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word. A real or specific solution to a problem.
Concrete solutions.
Increase sales.
Drive sales.
In the industry.
In the market.
Be as good as or better than other companies in the same industry.
To match the competitors.
Will not work. Will not be approved.
Will never fly.
Something done to make people aware of a product.
Promotion.
Will arrive very soon.
Be here any minute.
Thinking about.
To consider.
Excellent.
Brilliant.
As good as or better than others of the same type.
Competitive.
Make sales successfully.
Win sales.
Plans for a company's sales activities.
Sales strategy.
The process a customer goes through when deciding to buy a product.
Sales cycle.
To sell more than others.
To outsell.
When a customer buys the same brand over and over.
Customer loyalty.
Let's try that faster. Excellent.
Brilliant.
Will arrive very soon.
Be here any minute.
To sell more than others.
To outsell.
Will not work. Will not be approved.
Will never fly.
The process a customer goes through when deciding to buy a product.
Sales cycle.
Something done to make people aware of a product.
Promotion.
In the industry.
In the market.
Increase sales.
Drive sales.
Be as good as or better than other companies in the same industry.
To match the competitors.
As good as or better than others of the same type.
Competitive.
Make sales successfully.
Win sales.
Plans for a company's sales activities.
Sales strategy.
When a customer buys the same brand over and over.
Customer loyalty.
Thinking about.
To consider.
A real or specific solution to a problem.
Concrete solutions.
Now say the word and hear it in a sentence.
Drive sales. If we want to drive sales, I think we need to spend more time training our salespeople. Drive sales. The most important thing for us right now is to focus on driving sales. Drive sales. I think if we increase our marketing budget, it will help us to drive sales in the fourth quarter. I expect each of you to come to the meeting tomorrow with concrete solutions for our recruitment problem. Dale, have you come up with any concrete solution? I'm sorry, but I just can't offer any concrete solutions right now. Promotion. We can't have a sales promotion right now because our costs are too high. Promotion. The department store is offering a promotion. Everything is 50% off. Let's go shopping. Promotion. A 2-for-1 promotion might be a way to attract new customers. We guarantee that we can match the competitor's lowest price. It's impossible for us to match the competitors. Our costs are just too high. Do you think we can match the competitor's quality and still keep our price low? In the market. English Pod is the best podcast in the market. In the market. iPods are the most popular MP3 players in the market. In the market. Our product is the cheapest in the market. Will never fly. This marketing plan will never fly. We just don't have enough money for it. Will never fly. I like that idea, but it'll never fly with management. Will never fly. Brad told me his idea for a film script, but the story will never fly. It's not interesting enough. Be here any minute. Hurry up. The bus will be here any minute. Be here any minute. Nick just called. He said he should be here any minute. Be here any minute. Is everything prepared for the meeting? The CEO will be here any minute. To consider. We're considering a sales promotion. To consider. I think we need to consider a new sales strategy. To consider. Have you considered reducing the price? Brilliant. That's a brilliant idea. Brilliant. This is a brilliant marketing plan. Brilliant. What a brilliant suggestion. Thanks, Roger.